Uh, Hello guys, dear my friends and my relatives and everyone, people who read me and who listen to my YouTube and my video clips on my social media. Today I'm going to just talk a bit brief about the reality of all this Ethiopian reality about war. Why do we, I mean, not we, why do Ethiopians, especially the Oromo people, why do they become the worst victims of slavery? You know, this was something like, bothering me for long years, Obviously, it's really horrible when you try to understand what went on. Slavery, the philosophy of slavery. So this Portuguese man, obviously he's a missionary into who stayed into the embassy of the Portuguese embassy, who stayed in Ethiopia for 9 years in the 1500s before this mass industrial slavery thing that went in West Africa. So that was during that time. So he stayed in the Oromo land, and they used to call it GALLA. Okay, so he stayed all around the area, Kaffa, Juma, Awasa, all the Ethiopia. He knows the whole country, inside and out. He spent 9 years, so he observed the religious phase of the people, the tradition, the our way of life, economy. So what he noticed was about these Oromo people, natural love of war, my friend, love of war. When I say war, you know, people who get obsessed about war. It's not good. It's not good word. So he said, all Oromo people, they just love war, my friend. They love it. It's an art. It's something embedded deep inside them. So war, in terms of their verbal communication, physically, as organized people, war. They love war so much, my friend. People are war. People of war. So that made them victims of slavery all these years. So you got all the times in the Middle Ages, during the Ottoman, Byzantine time. You got all these Oromo people deported to, not deported, sent slaves to Turkey, Istanbul, during the Byzantine, from the Red Sea area to the Arab world, to Persia, especially around this Basra area. Persia in Iraq, they used to call it Persia, and all the way from the Babylonian times, So that was the biggest chunk. So Ethiopia, the Oromo land, is the main center of world trade of labor, slaves, So you got all these Tigris and Euphrates rivers. So all these people, the Byzantine people, the Ottoman people, the Iraqi, and they all of them, they make their land green. So they have to get labor from Oromo land. So this continuous stream of slaves, labor, going from Oromo land to all these people, there has to be war. So these people have, they have to eat each other. So you have really strong warrior, shall we say, king or priest, and he takes hostage of all the people who lost the war, so they become slaves. Okay, so that cycle of wars and then slavery, so that people can take them as slaves to Basra, Iraq, Kaffa. So that's why you got this Kaffa region in Ethiopia, the land Jima. So Kaffa. So Juma is the name of the Iraqi names, a very famous name. Keffa is the city, a very famous city. So Imam Ali, after the war, he was a follower of Muhammad. So that was the city that they founded, okay, in Iraq. So he got Kufic script in Ethiopia as well. Sorry, in Eritrea, in Dahlak archipelago, you know. So the area, everything, even the names, like, you know, is Arabic names, okay. So all these people, I think that I was reading these facts and figures, how many people they were taking as slaves to Basra area. Because when you say about agriculture, you talk about Mesopotamia, you know. Babylon times, that was the same as the Nile River agriculture in Egypt that you got, that goes all the way from the source of the Nile, you know, in Baghdad, Tana. So they got the same thing, the rivers in Basra, Mesopotamia agriculture. So all these slaves have to be used to utilize all these agricultural farms to green Iraq, okay, all these spiritual lands, okay. So I think they were saying about 50,000 slaves have to go through the Persian Gulf to Basra, to Iraq, okay. So that cycle of war. I'm trying to give you the idea about why slaves, why from Oromo, you know. As you can see, the black people in Oromo, they are very strong warriors, you know, physically fit, young people, my friend. So that war has to keep on going, so that you have all this demand and supply people from the source of the supply chain, you know, the logistics, right from Oromo land, my friend, from Kaffa, from Jimma, from Awasa, all the southern regions of Ethiopia. All these slaves, they have to go there. So that war has to keep on going, my friend. That's the engine. That's the engine source that makes the slaves go to, you know, Mesopotamia, to Basra, to Iraq, Byzantine, my friend, you know, to Istanbul, to Turkey, Arab land. So the war has to go on, my friend. Otherwise, there is no people, there is no labor to supply all these dough rollers, you know, the sea trade, the seafaring, sea merchants. They have to use the labor. They never had that engine from the past. Like, obviously, yeah, they had all this wind mass, but they have to have very strong slaves to keep the ships go running, the boats, you know. So war has to keep on going. That's the logic, you know, because it's very interesting to try to understand what's going on, you know. So war is the life of the Oromo people. So this Alvarez, missionary man, the embassy of Portuguese, he wrote, I don't know how many chapters, the philosophy of the war. The Oromo people, for no reason they have to make a war. Simple. Even if you give them peace, they won't accept it. The war is deeply embedded in the gene, in the genetic makeup of their body, you know. Funnily enough, it's not only the Oromo people. We the Eritreans as well. I did notice these 5-6 years, like, you know, all the friends I used to know, like in the past, I was saying, why do we have to war? All that kind of stuff, like, you know. These people are the source of the war themselves, you know. So there is peace, but they don't like it. You know, it's really sad, you know. It's very sad. People, they try to avoid people with, you know, very aggressive noise, aggressive voices, like, you know, they tend to have peace of mind, friend. Who likes war in the West, like, you know? Even if you raise your voice, people, they just shift their way and they go somewhere else. They hate it, you know. They are right, my friend, okay? Life is extremely beautiful things, my friend. Life is given and it's meant to be lived happily, peacefully, in a relaxed way. Like, you know, there are a lot of things. You want war? Make war on bed with your woman, my friend, you know? Okay? That's the best thing. Try to utilize your energy, your power, you know? Your, that fire on your woman, man. She will love it, my friend, okay? She'll kiss you non-stop. but never make war with other people. Same thing like that. You got these Oromo people in the Eritreans. I mean, this philosophy is really extremely important, because I was saying, like, hey, this Alvarez, man, he's got a point, like, because knowing these people, how warmonger they are, it's a natural thing, like, one young guy, he has to test himself with some other people to make the president's end, as a symbol leader around the area. So war has to go on, my friend. It's very interesting, like, Anyway, I will put you the link to his book, his PDF book, and I will put some things on that because it's really interesting, All these people I used to know for so many years, 30 years, some of them people I knew in Eritrea, they love the war. They love it, No matter how much, how far you try to run away from that circle of community, gathering, everything, they just follow you. War, my friend. War is deep in their genes, like, It's really horrible thing, I don't like it, to be honest, like, nowadays, I just went so far away from them. It's not right, It's really strange. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk too much. I will send you the link to the book. I think about maybe 2 pages or 3 pages. You will read it and you will be so amazed, All this slavery of demand and supply chain, the logistics, the source of all this slavery is war, my friend, All this, the Middle East, the Gulf, Persia, Byzantine, Ottoman, all of them, they know the philosophy, they know the source of. That's what's making it the whole slave people, the labor, to come to their place. So they have to make fire, the fire field, so that it can keep going on. So I'll send you the book, the text and everything. Thank you guys. Okay, you have a lovely weekend.